Into the workshop today we have all our Padeha equipment. Yes, we're just getting ready for planting. We have our Scanstone Ridger, we have a couple of Grimme destoners, we have a Grimme planter, yeah, and I think Mick is busy there doing a few small jobs on the John Deere tractors. We also have a new piece of equipment, so stay tuned to that one as well. But before we get started, I just want to call on David there because he has a birthday wish there for someone. Come over here.
A big shout out to my daughter Grace, she's 3 today. I hope you have a great day, and sure, we'll smuddy you with presents when I get home.
Yeah, very good, very good. But yeah, happy birthday anyways.
Happy birthday,
and we're going to head over, I think we'll head over to Jamie there with the Grimme destoners first, see how we're getting on. So, just before we head into the workshop, we have 3 destoners. Jamie Day that's come down from Grimme, and we're just going to run through them. Look, we've just parked them up from last year, and now it's probably time just to run through them and see what's gone. Now, there was a good bit of work done on them last year, as we do every year with the lads. So Jamie's come down and he's given me a list here. Well, talk could have been longer, Jamie, but
yeah, it's not too bad.
I'm going to run through them here. So we have a 2015, 17 and 20 models. These are the XL models, these two here. Slight bit longer than the
longer and a bit higher, yeah.
7 area, wherever on them. So you can see there we have a little bit of weep on that far arm, and there's a little bit coming on this one as well. So more than likely,
both sets, yeah.
Do the 2 sets on that. The rest of them are fine. Diablo scrapers, springs and bolts. So anyone that's familiar with destoners will know all about Diablos and what's involved in them. Again, it's here where we have
spring missing on the. Let's see the bolt without the spring.
That spring is gone, is right. What else? We scrapers then on. So your scrapers are down here. As you can see, a little bit of wear coming on the corners there, and that's a great spot to put a stone, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll break
apart
all day long in a wood jam. Yeah. So that needs to be fixed in it.
Third and fourth star shaft are worn. You can kind of, it's hard to see, but if you feel them, there's a notch at the end of it, and when the notch wears off it, there's
a notch in the end of the fingers themselves.
Yeah, you'll still feel it on 1 and 2, but 3 and 4 it's gone off them.
Yeah, you can feel it actually there on that one. And they are starting to wear on that one there. And then if you didn't replace them, you would get a problem with stones getting through.
Less cleaning power, and you're creating a bigger gap then between the stars to let stuff fall through.
Right. So that's fairly critical that you kind of have them in good shape. So just then on the stone fork itself, Jamie, you were just saying we have a flat spot on the fork, and it possibly could break there in time.
Yeah. So now is the time to either replace it or plate it. Yeah. Get another bit of life out of it.
Yeah, so you could actually put a little bit of angle across because it's nothing critical really. Yeah. It's just that, and to just correct your spaces here. We still have a few stones there from last year, so we must be carrying these around as souvenirs. Probably beyond me, I'd say, would it? Any of these jobs, a lot of it's to do is just preventive maintenance, just to go on ahead before you get into the busy season. Jamie's come down in a job like this to go through all those jobs. What would it take roughly? Maybe a day or 2 maybe to go through them there from the workshop? Yeah,
between the 3 of them, you're probably looking at 2 days.
And again, if guys want to do them, they're not a major thing to do in their own workshop, so they're not too hard to work on, not like the old chains here. We used to be working them, so yeah, well look, I'd like to thank Jamie for coming down, just running through. That's generally what you go through on a destoner. If you do that, then these probably 3 destoners will be covered, and could be covering 500 acres between the 3 of them for the year. So it's not massive amounts, but still in all, we want to have them fairly well tip-top when you go out, because as we all know, the weather is fairly delicate there.
I want to be stopping.
When there's no stopping this year when we get going, because it's a lot of work to do. So yeah, look, we get cracking on and get these started first. Right? Yeah. few more bits going on our John Deere.
Well, coming off.
6600. We had them on there last week and Mick decided to take them off because he wasn't happy with something. Again, trying to line this up when you start putting your lights back on is a little bit more difficult, isn't it?
The bracket was twisted.
Okay.
So we tried or forklift with a porta power, a bottle jack, everything, and just gave up. In the end, I took it out and just cut it. Yeah. Squared it up. You can see it there.
Yeah. Well, the mudyard had been broken on this side, so obviously the bracket must have got a bit of a strain.
It was kinked in there.
Yeah. Nothing very obvious to the eye, but it's just when you want to line it up.
They have to be dead square.
Yeah.
Because I tried drilling, and then the lamp wouldn't fit into the cluster enclosure.
Mick absolutely loves jobs like these, don't you, Mick? Well, you get all the electrical jobs, and that's what we brought in for, just to tidy up. But the lights back on it.
So we'll start.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so look, we have. That's really it then on that.
I don't know if you go through the inside. All the fronts working. We've no horn. The horn's gone off. It's rotted away. The mountain disappeared. But it looks
right. Well, we can order one of them up. That's no big deal. And then we just have to get the drop links then for the back, because I do see here we have a different. This is the long one, and this is completely different. Now I don't know whether the boys robbed off it at some stage for another job, possibly, but that one is fine. So we're going to have to match it up with the same. Another job to do is the cab filters on the cab itself. These sit in here at the back of the cab, and they're very important, not in the.
Oh, geez, yeah.
Yeah, so at the pollen filters, is that what they call them? Or just cab air filters, wherever it is on here. But generally, when we take these off, if they're not sealed properly with the 4 screws, they'll be completely. Yeah, they'll be completely rotten here at the back, at the bottom. But anyway, so we got these kindly sponsored by John Connehy. Thanks very much there, guys. Failed them there, threw them in the last day. So, and he actually gave me a few more bits as well. So you have the service kit in there as well for the 6600. So yeah, big shout out to the lads. Now putting these back on is it's relatively simple, isn't it? It is. It's just to line them up. You never think. You kind of sit actually at an angle, and you think maybe that they're not in the full way, but when you look at it here, they do clip in on the bottom, and they do sit a bit proud on that. So they are actually on the bottom, because if you look in here, this is slanted as well. So when you pull it up to it, actually will fit square on it. You think at the time, and there's where you see it goes into the cab there. So
they need to go clean.
They need to go clean, but they look at that too, don't they? Yeah. So I wouldn't say they did work in a while, but we put these back into it, and that'll just keep it right. So generally, when we replace the new mudyard on it, we would generally replace a new light. But if you want to save yourself a few pounds, Mick has cleaned up the existing light that's here. Now these, you will see a little bit of a corrosion on them.
On the outside mainly, and the tip of the contact on the back of the bulb.
So what do you do?
Die grinder with a little grindstone.
Okay, so you can pick these up, they're relatively cheap.
That's an Aldi or Lidl or some one of them. Yeah. And just give it a little rub now. They're that one is worse actually, but they're working. Yeah. Here particularly. In there. See them lugs
so that's
there.
what your side light is, it, Mick?
No, stop and tail.
Yeah.
I call it stop and tail. Like those ones there are this one is not bad. There's a fair bit left on the face of it, but the other one is fairly rotten. But also when you're doing it, I go in around there to clean your earth. And sometimes in more scenario, I might bend that down, just give you a little edge so it bites into the bulb.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So last week we would have talked about the headliner on the 6910, what we could do with it. A few guys suggested that we just put a new one into it, which is fine, but that's a little bit of work involved with that. We actually looked up online where we could get these button screws for holding up the headliner, the headliner screws they call them. And it came in a little kit like this. I don't know where it came from, Amazon, only cost a couple of quid anyway. So the kit comes with your screw, the little spacer lad that puts the button back onto, I don't know what you call that, but comes with that, and it comes these little pins there. We've just kind of pinned it around before we set it up. Now this is only for demonstration, when we kind of have to get the speakers, get them clipped in around. We just have to do, just said we try one or two first to see what they're like. Very, very simple to do. It comes even with a little screwdriver, doesn't it?
Huh? Maybe a little bit too small.
A little bit too small, isn't it, for your big fingers? But as you can see here, now the problem that we have is that it has probably come with the wrong colour. It has come in a grey, which is really what we want as a beige, but I think there is an option. Maybe we just picked the wrong colour by mistake. But they actually work quite well. Now we've tried this one here on it, and there is a very, very good grip on it. And if it just means that you don't have to go to the bother of changing the headliner, you can pin it up nice and neat. Maybe put a row across here, a row here, and a row here. And if they're in the same colour, as you can see, Mark was just screwed one up there. Very good grip on the first one.
Yeah, it's very good.
And then,
and it's easy.
And you just put that then, and that kind of camouflages it off and just gives it a very professional look.
No, it's a good job.
I see you done a bit of sewing in your day, did you, Mark? You might look at the way they ever kind of all set up. Man of many talents, isn't that it, Mick? Marco. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to try this one, and we'll probably run it for the summer and see who gets on. Now the 6600 is probably the same. It's actually probably a little bit worse. This one is just not quite that bad yet. As I said, it just needs to be tidied up in around that. But we'll try these screws. We get the right colours first before we pop them up. But yeah, a couple of quid there, a couple of euro. Very, very simple. Even comes with a tape. I don't know what that's for. Measuring your waist, is it? A little bit of a rant there for this week, and it's regarding John Deere toolboxes. As we can see here, the quality of the paint on the John Deere boxes is absolutely terrible. This one has completely rusted away. Now Connor has sprayed this up, and it probably needs to be just rubbed down another bit and sprayed up. But as you can see here, the paint is just coming off it. Now I don't know where they get their toolboxes, but I guarantee you that if it was from this tractor, which is 1936, the toolbox would still be on it. So the quality then and the quality now of the toolboxes has a lot to be desired. But anyway, we'll get this one cleaned up, we'll get it back in the tractor. But if the John Deere manufacturers out there listening, get your toolboxes a little bit better, boys. We have seat off the 6600, and we said last week, yeah, we had a little bit of a, no, something was eating it there, John, doesn't it?
Maybe the mouse, was there?
Huh?
Maybe a mouse.
Yeah, but as
some lad hungry.
Yeah, maybe, but generally all the way, as we said before, comes here where your leg is. Yeah. Now, not a big job to take these off. They're on a little clip system here. There is 1, 2, 3, 4 clips at the front of it. You pull them down, twist them. They're on the cushion, as we can see, and there's 2 little clips at the back, which, if you push down on them there, it should release. Seeing that now, John, hold on. Let me pull down this. Right, go on, pull it out.
Cheers, it's not willing to depart there. Doesn't want to come.
Well, mine released, alright, but
oh, there you go.
There you go.
Simple.
Good man, John. You have it there. I said it was simple. It wasn't that simple, was it?
No, not particularly, but it's out now.
We've a lot of crap in there. We can clean all that out anyway. But
there's your plate now. That's our sensor for your PTOs when you get off the seat. It's supposed to turn off.
Is it supposed to be tie wrapping it there?
Not really, no.
No, I wouldn't think so. We have a few different options on the seat. These came from, I don't know where that one came from. I think it came from TFM. Again, it's for the seat. Made to measure, high quality leather. I think in around the 120 mark for that one. So.
And what price is the cushion then?
Cushion's a couple €100 for the cushion. Yeah. It is, John, yeah, not simple now. Then we have this option here, which is more like for the kids.
I don't know what that's for now.
Huh?
I think that's for Connor Nolan.
We get fancy yourself in that, John. Again, it comes with
oh Jesus,
the front and the back.
No, that's not John Deere. No.
In around the €20 mark. So we just said we get one for the crack to see what it was like. Probably would do something, but comes with it.
Yeah, you just have to get it stretched. Is it?
Yeah, we got it now, John. We have the right part, have we?
It's a bit short.
Huh?
Have we the right? Yeah, no, that is the seat.
We definitely the seat.
Yeah. Oh, that's the back. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We'll start.
We get it onto it. We get it onto it.
But again, yeah, if something like that has on it, it's actually would protect it, wouldn't it?
Yeah, surely would.
If you didn't want to change the cushion there, if you just wanted to put a seat cover on it, so we'll get that fade up there and we'll
clean them up.
So just finishing up our few bits on the 4.0 planter. David, you have been, yourself and Sean, the last couple of days have had it in, and what have you gone through on it?
Yeah, so basically the skirts were well worn, the wear plates on them.
So originally when they came, there was no wear plates on them, and we were getting a lot of wear on these. Well, they actually put these on from Grimme, and we decided just to beef them up another little bit. And you have, let's see, a web bar here underneath.
Yeah, just use the web bar because it's hardened compared to the mild steel. Like, it'll just give it that extra bit. Again, it's kind of harder to weld to the mild steel, but it'll last twice as long.
Yeah, in fact, it has round to it, and kind of it'll rub rather than wear.
Yeah, so just to give it an extra little bit, just to get, you might get an extra
Yeah. Well, generally we will only get the season out of them, and we will probably have to change them, especially on the front.
They
there
only seem to wear at the front here.
Yeah, it's the point of entry. Yeah,
the point of entry, and that's it. So it's just there's only part of them we had to make up.
See, that's your welding hardened steel. See the way it affects it?
The hood's on the back, so we can, but these are the parts that we took off the hood. Now, initially we thought we might do something with them, but again, these are a hardened steel, aren't they?
Again, they're hardened steel, yeah, and like that. It's only till they'll say, oh, they're mild steel or whatever. Best way of testing them is go and put a drill to it.
You won't drill it?
Well, you'll drill it, but an awful lot slower. Like even put it in the saw, it'll the saw blade will bounce off it compared to mild steel. But mild steel is just like butter, you know.
So we had on the Foreman hoods. Then there's 4 in total. There's there's 2 on each side. 2 left, 2 right. 2 right, and these are then the dividers in the middle. So we had to change them as well. Again, it's not that it's probably they're getting so thin there, isn't it?
Thin at the back, and that's it. It's affecting then the hood formers are made of stainless steel. And what happens is when these go as thin as they are, they start working into the stainless steel. And the stainless steel is just that little bit harder to.
So do we throw these out, or are they reusable to some? You never throw nothing out?
Absolutely not. No, there's too much good steel in them. We can weld them, like even if it's onto a different machine, ploughs or whatever else, we'll get to use them. We'll get to use them on something, because I'd never throw anything like that out. It's just not in the nature.
We have the new wear plates that fits onto the side of the hood, and again it's just to protect the stainless steel hood, because that will wear.
Yeah, as you can see, the damage starting to come into it there. It's just barely getting into it there now. So the other option then is to start replacing the stainless, but it's not bad enough. It's actually fairly good. But if we keep these right here, you'll get another couple of seasons out of them without having to touch them.
Right. Anything else then that was fairly?
Nothing major on it now. In fairness, it was just wearing points on it. Again, this is
completely new to you.
New to me is right. So. You're basically going through any of the workings on it, and you have multiple cameras around it, Paul, that what are they used for? In other words, what do they help you with?
Yeah, well, we have 3
the operator.
We had 3 in the back of it, and these are just auxiliaries that we put on it, and again they just give you a vision of your wheels in the back, just in relation to where you are in the drill, to make sure that they're straight. Now we have obviously there's a center button on it, but if for some reason if it wasn't, just gives you, and then we have another one in the middle there which you can check the hoods and just see how the form is. And then there's multiple cameras on the front of it in here, which is the planting elements on it. So we have cameras here at the front, and that's to watch all the pedals as they kind of come into the element, and to make sure that they're coming in line and things like that. The lads are actually going to clean it here. We prefer not to wash anything like that, especially with the amount of electrics on it. I think Paddy is around the back there with a rag there. The old oily rag, you can't beat it.
No.
Shawnee has probably done most of the work on it here, and he's out of camera there.
Well, I was, in fairness, John was stripping it all down. I was doing a bit of welding on it. In fairness, he was fitting it all back up.
So we're just setting up the ridger here, the Scanstone ridger, just before we go out. Always easier to do it now rather than start in the field. And again, in a good concrete surface in a shed like this, it's easier to do it. So we have the man here, the man who's responsible for the ridging.
I hope so.
What way do you want to set this? I see you with it.
Yeah, the laser line. We done the exact same last year, and we had the video, so I just looked back, and Caleb and Sean set it up last year. And basically what they done was get your line from your front PTO to your back PTO, and that gives you a centre line in the tractor. And mark that out along the laser. So then we had our point from a laser up the centre of the tractor, and this is the centre of the ridger. So we were just trying to get that laser as close to the centre line as that. So we're removing our stabilisers. The laser was shown here, so we had to push it across that way.
So on this tractor then we have the hydraulic stabilizers, so it's not the same as the Steyr which we had on it last year. And again, with the Steyr last year, if you had one turn, would mean an awful lot going one way.
Yeah, because it was the full revolution of the stabilizer, so it was either giving you line here or here, but they're actually, you can turn them in a quarter, so we could actually get it nearly bang on the centre.
Right, okay, tyre pressure then on the tractor stand is another thing that you have to check to make sure you have, you know, you don't want them too hard, especially
leaning over on one side when we're setting this up. So.
And again, this tractor is the one that we have the weights on it then, so we have a couple 100 kilos each side on the wheel weights as well. Anything else after that? Now the level, that's okay, so we have our centre point here, and then we mark our centre. So if you're in 72 or 74 inch spaces, then you have to measure from tip to tip. Again, sometimes what will happen with these ridgers is you might get a little play, get a bit of play over time, and we have it, I think, in this body here. So as you can see, while there is a little,
so you can just go from this body.
So as you can see here from this body, we have a little bit of over and back play in it, and that's, I'd say, bushing in here. Generally a bushing in here. We don't have on the rest, and we would have bushed it. We bush them every year or check the bushings in it, but that one definitely is. And you might think that's nothing, but actually when you're going up and down the field, it's quite a bit.
And it'll throw it out.
It'll throw it out, yeah. Again, then after that, then just your wear plates in the back of it, wear plates in your bodies, they'll have to
it'll have
to be brought into the workshop, and we get David just to go through all that in it. But after that, then I think you should be good to go.
No, we're not bad. We just need to get the centre. And then out 30.
Well, sure. You have half it anyway. So
but I think there's 71 between here, so we need to adjust
it back a bit.
But it's not that.
Again, the other thing to look at then is the depth of the entry, we'll say, of your point into the ground. And again, these are adjustable, so they will tilt up and down. There's a big bolt in here at the back of them, and that's important too, because you don't want one digging in more than the other, because it just puts more pressure then on the machine as it goes through the ground. So really after that, that's it then. It's not very technical, but it's just so important just to set it up, and when you have time, rather than rushing and racing when you're in the field, because it's all panic then that stage.
Yeah, that's why I want to get it set up now, because it's the first machine out and all the other machines are ready, so
she's good to go.
Ready. Yeah.
Right. So we have decided to change our Rauch spreader from, well, it's the same one as the exact same as last year, and we've Kev here just to run through any more. Well, there actually isn't a whole lot of difference, is there?
Not a whole lot of difference. I see you put a few extras on, maybe yourselves or ever added extras with the lights and stuff, but she's a 3.2 ton machine. That's a full spec machine, so it's a Rauch Axis 30.2 EMC with weight cells.
So the 30 is the 3 ton?
It's the model. Yes. So that's a 3.2 ton. You can get that from a 1.4 ton, and then your extension up to a 3.2 ton. But the next size up is a 50.2, and it's a 4.2 ton machine.
Right.
Much bigger machine. Look, keeping fertilizer to them is the biggest thing, as you know. But that's our most common. This one's eyes bus. Your last one's the same. Last one was 2020. You've bought this one. It's pretty much the exact same. No difference.
So we just looked in the clock and and there's just, I think there's just under 10,000 hectares on it in the 4 years. So Hubble is coming in here, in here, and he was probably responsible, not for them all,
for a lot of them,
but for some of them anyway.
Very clean. Very clean, yeah.
Yeah, look, I mean, the other one, as we say, has gone very well. We'd very, very small few.
A few small bits, and that's the only reason we knew about the hectares, because we couldn't figure out. The dosing wasn't right. It was 15 or 20 kilos out every so often.
With a slight bit of a variation. Actually, where it was we had a slight bit of wear on the top of the flight. Now, visibly you wouldn't see it looking at it, but actually when you looked up, it was a slight bit wore. So that's how finely calibrated it was. So this
is an EMC machine, electronic mass control. So it has a sensor on the PTO coming out and has a sensor on each disc. So it measures the torsion on the disc. So it knows instant. It's independent each side. If you're doing variable rates, so if you want to put 300 kilos out this side and the map says to put 100 kilos that side, it can do it. As far as I know, I think it's the only spreader on the market that can do that.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's measuring the torsion on the disc, or if you have a blockage up here and it knows nothing's coming, it's going to come. So the speed servers in this, they're 2.5 times quicker than an actuator.
Yeah,
so it's instant.
And this one has weight cells on it.
Weight cells and all. We're the only spreader on the market. Weight cells does nothing to the spreader at all. It's literally only to tell you what's in the spreader for Darren, or if he's spreading bulk, or what he's left. Now we'd sell a lot of them with weight cells. You can buy them with weight cells, but any lad that has them, you probably wouldn't go away with them, wouldn't you not? No, it's just handy to have. Now I know if you know what you've put into it, it'll count down or what it's spread and all that kind of stuff, but they are a handy thing to know there, aren't they? Yeah.
And is it, you can get a hydraulic version of these?
You can get a hydraulic version of that as well, yeah.
But the PTO is obviously still the most popular one.
Yeah. You see, the only thing is, you can get a hydraulic, but the way this is a Very Spread Pro, so you have a section called every meter. So the hydraulic is the same. The only thing really with the hydraulic is you don't really need the telemat border control because it slows down the disc on the side that you want to spread on, let's say. So, but these would be our bread and butter. We'd sell a lot of them. Right. They're the only spreader I think on the market that are double powder coated. The paintwork. Yeah, paintwork is very good in them.
Okay. We'll test that one out, won't we, Darren?
Yeah, well, look.
Yeah, no, in fairness, the other one now, and you'll see, you definitely wouldn't think it's a 4-year-old spreader by no means.
No, and a lot of stuff through it, like,
the paintwork is very good. Another extra we've put on, well, Darren and Mick have put on it here, is one of these lights now. Any particular reason why it's blue?
Oh, the sprayer ones are blue now. Some of the other manufacturers are going with white ones now, but obviously the fertiliser should react with the blue, so you'll see it easier. So.
Well, it definitely gives it a full beam across. And I also see here we have added a camera to it.
Yeah, reversing camera.
We have a reversing camera in here. Again, very handy if you're reversing underneath something or...
Well, if you meet anyone on the road and they can't pull in, you have to reverse. Car behind you, can't really see it.
Yeah.
Alright, you left down the spreader and then
that's connected into the
camera, into the monitor that's in the tractor. So.
Right, okay.
And the 3 tractors that will be spreading, most of it have
monitors in them, so it's only massive connecting in the lead and away we go. Anything after that, Darren, there's nothing else much different, is there, from a driver operator? No. There's nothing really...
No, it's the exact same spreader really.
Yeah. And we were happy enough with the last one, weren't we?
Yeah.
Well enough. Well, this is what, number 4, Kev, is it?
Number 4. I remember the first one, like, you had 2 Lely Sentinels, great spreaders. Yeah. And then a Bredal, and I remember saying to you about these Rauches, and I think you kept the Bredal and the Rauch, or the Lely stayed away, and then that ended up doing everything. Like, the speed you can do is... Keeping fertiliser to it is unbelievable.
Yeah. And is there a trail option for one of these as well?
There is. You can get a trailed one, you can, but again, it
wouldn't be too many of those sold.
No, there's a few, but I suppose you're going out in weather like that now with a 10-ton machine. Like, I know you don't have to fill it, but that's one thing.
Can't get out with 3 tons.
Well, I think at the minute there, the concrete is the only place it's going to be sitting for a while anyway. But look,
the lights are on.
I mean, fertiliser. with the cost of the way it is. The spreader, sometimes, it's very important to have a good spreader, especially when you want to get down to precise measurements there on applications.
When you're doing so much and you're doing every metre, like over a couple of thousand acres, a bit of fertiliser.
Well, if it's around for 100 acres, it's a lot of money.
4 or 5 tonne, it's an awful lot of money, or even more.
No, it's the life. Just keep them changed there every couple of years and keep them fresh.
The biggest thing we find is these roller wheels. Lads end up putting them on pallets in the field or in the corner of the shed, and next they fall or whatever. Like, they are a godsend, I think.
I'd like to thank Kev from Midloud for coming in, and again costing me a fortune, but that's what he does every time he comes around here. So thanks, Kev. So that's it for this week's Workshop Wednesday. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel there. You will get a notification when it comes through on your phone. So from over here at Finnegan's Farm, we talk to you all next Wednesday.